Con Guy Show. We are your home for news, opinions, and interviews from the world of Comic-Cons and fandoms, your ultimate insiders for all things Con! And tonight it is all about those DeLoreans. It's all about the Doc Browns. It's all about the many, many Martys that we saw, because tonight we are talking about our trip to the Twin Pines Mall Back to the Future meetup out here in California. They have this, I got to tell you, it's so cool to go out there. My name is James D. Fry on Instagram, who is joining me tonight.
What's up, everybody? Cheeseman, founding Con Guy member and screenwriter.
That's right.
Here with Back to the Future on in the background.
All right. So if anybody joins live, which is probably not going to happen because we are streaming right now in the middle of the night, basically. But we just wanted to make sure that it's been such a busy time. We're sitting here in the middle of October. We have haunted houses that we're going to, different things we're going to. Cheese and I have been hired to write some stuff for a cool TV series coming up, and we're just excited about that. But we're not here to talk about that tonight. We are here to talk about fandom, specifically Back to the Future. Back in 1985, Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis made one of the most beloved films of all time, starring Michael J. Fox as a teenager who gets caught up in a time travel adventure with Doc Brown, and they travel across time through 3 different movies, parts 1, parts 2, and parts 3, which ended, I think the part 3 came out in 1990, right? Cheeseman, it was 1985, 1989, and 90. The parts 2 and 3 kind of came out right there towards the end of the decade. I wish we had Huey Lewis playing right now, but YouTube would ban us if we tried to put that on there. Anyways, we are just excited to talk about this today because just this past week on Friday night, we traveled up to where they filmed the Twin Pines Mall scene from Back to the Future. We joined probably, 2,000 fans to celebrate the Back to the Future fandom with all kinds of cars, all kinds of setups. Even some of the actors showed up. Who were the 2 actors that showed up, Luke? I will see them here in just a second.
It was Mary Goldie Wilson and Jennifer, who is Claudia Wells.
Yep. So instead of talking, and Luke, do you want to give like a little rundown of the event, and then we're going to go through some pictures?
Just talk about it?
Yeah.
So I think this is a yearly thing that happens here in October in California, where the people meet up at the filming location of the Twin Pines Mall. So a lot of fans meet up, bring a lot of vehicles from the movie and from that era. And then sometimes, like this time, some actors show up, and it's a big gathering, and people dressing up as Doc Brown and Marty and all the other characters. And some people bring their dogs like we did.
By the way, it's Point de Hills Mall in the City of Industry. It's right there next to Macy's, across from, is it Panera Bread, real close to the 24-hour fitness, right there in the mall parking lot. Point de Hills Mall down in the City of Industry here in California is where this event takes place. They put out a cool social media call on like Facebook invites and stuff. And like Luke says, I think it happens like annually. And it happened at 10 o'clock at night and went till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to go through some of the pictures from our trip up here. I got to say, the one thing that excites me, and I was telling Luke about it, and our friend Brian Benvente, he was able to join us as well. And we also took along Dublin Dog. He was our Einstein for the night. And I love when fans find a way to celebrate their fandoms. Like who would have thought that people would sell all these years, 40 years later, people are going to gather in a parking lot of a mall to celebrate, one of their favorite films. I mean, this is just, fans are able to do these things. I was thinking earlier about how fans find ways to celebrate their favorite fandoms, different things. A lot of times it's horror films. I know that as you head into the Halloween holiday season, a lot of people in California, they like to go visit like South Pasadena sites of Michael Myers, or different times of the year, like the shooting locations of some of your favorite films from from, gosh, I've done so many of these things. You think I would remember them, but we love to go to Comic-Cons. We love to go to fan conventions, but this was kind of a unique experience for us. All right, Cheeseman, I'm going to start taking us through some of the photos from that night. Okay. And again, this is Point de Hills Mall out in City of Industry, California. One of our first photos of the night. This one right here. What are we looking at here, Cheese?
I'm with Dublin, our good little buddy. He was standing in as our Einstein, going around looking at different DeLoreans. So that was towards the end of the night where he was just ready to go to bed because, as some of you may know that go there, this event can go pretty late. I think some of the group picture stuff wasn't even till midnight, and I'm sure it went till like 1 or 2 in the morning. So we got out there and we're there for a little bit before midnight, but the music was just starting when we were leaving.
Yeah.
So we're going through a bunch of different DeLoreans that people have. They line a lot of them up. There's part 2 DeLoreans. There's part 1. I don't think I saw any part 3 DeLoreans.
Wait, how are they different?
Well, it's got different wheels on it, and I think the Fusion or something like that could be different.
We're looking in the back of one of the trucks there. They also, let me see if I can find it.
The 4x4 from the original Back to the Future.
Yeah, we're looking at Marty's truck after he got in episode 1 and the very first 1985 Back to the Future. When he got back and had changed the future, he had this really cool kick butt truck there. And one of the guys that brought one of the trucks, he had a lot of the memorabilia from the 80s there. You see one of the gremlins there. What's cool is a lot of people don't know the town square where they catch the lightning bolt to get back to the future. And the first one is also the same town square where they filmed Gremlins 1 year prior. I think Gremlins was 83 or 84 and Back to the Future was 85, but they used the same town square there in Universal Studios back lot. So there's a lot of memorabilia there. There's the sign, reelect Mayor Goldie Wilson. And then you see kind of like the hazmat suits that Marty was wearing when he got out of the barn. I like this picture right here. Go ahead, Luke. What are you saying?
I said, and his skateboard.
Oh, yeah, the skateboard's right there from part 2.
Part 1.
Is that part 1?
Yes.
Okay. It's not the hoverboard, it's the skateboard. Here's it's kind of cool. Libyan nationalists arrested. It's kind of weird. This newspaper we're looking at has the out of time license tag above it, but down, look at the other article there. UFO sightings reported by 5 over the weekend. I just think that's kind of funny. Here's a picture. Oh, we already saw that. Let me go down a little bit. Inside one of the trucks, here's hanging from one of the rearview mirrors, Biff's Automotive Detailing. I just thought that was kind of a cool detail one of the people had in their cars. So here's the back of some of the cars. I thought it was cool. Each of these cars, although they're DeLoreans, they're really tricked out. They're kind of like event cars that some of them you can rent, but they each do they're road legal. So they each do have to have a license tag. This one into time is kind of cool. Well, I guess we shouldn't be showing too many of those. Here's a picture of us towards the end of the night. That's me with my goofy mug. And Cheeseman, who's in the lineup here?
We have some people dressed up one's as Jennifer, and then one's as Marty, and then their daughter's Marty, and then the dad is Doc. So it's 3 of them. And then we're there with Brian, and then Dublin's there just barely.
Oh, you can see him off the side, and Luke over there to the side as well. There's a cool shot right here. Some of the folks dressing up like Doc Brown and Marty that night. I thought this is a really cool shot. Let me see. I have another cool shot. Oh, I guess I don't have it. I had another. Oh, wait. Here we go. These guys. What was cool is when we were first arriving at the mall, it was it's Friday night. It's busy. There's all kinds of things happening. And at first we didn't know where the where the gathering was, but then, excuse me, we saw a Doc Brown walking down the road, and Luke just goes, "Follow that Doc Brown." That was kind of cool. Here's one of the newspapers that was inside one of the cars. It's the USA Today Youth Jailed from Back to the Future Part 2. But here's something that's kind of cool. There's right next door, I mean, right in the same parking lot as where this occurred and where this filming took place, there is a Cane's restaurant. And Luke, why don't you tell us about Cane's, what was inside there?
Yeah, we went in Canes and they had some elements kind of decorating, kind of with a little bit of the Back to the Future, one including the Marty life preserver vest, which was right in between the men and women's bathroom and had a out of time license plate right above it. And of course, a VHS of Back to the Future in there with the life preserver.
That's kind of cool that the Cane's restaurant is one of your favorite restaurants, I know. And I've grown to love it as well, but it's kind of cool the way they fully embraced the fandom that is Back to the Future, that is filmed right there in the parking lot right next to them. We are going to have a few video clips. We got some videos of walking around and everything we saw, but also just a few more photos here, like all the cars that were in the parking lot. And this is a cool shot that you took. What's this?
This was somebody dressed up as George McFly, and then they had the Welcome Home Uncle Joey birthday cake that's in part 1. And the guy even did like a creepy George McFly laugh.
And I think, and we're going to show a video of him doing that laugh in just a second. This right here is just to kind of give you an idea of the crowd that was gathering to get autographs from the two actors who had shown up a little bit out of place. The Jurassic Park car, which came a little bit later, but you know what? What's the connection? Do you know the connection between Jurassic Park and Back to the Future?
Steven Spielberg.
Halloween 2?
Wait, and Halloween 2.
Dean Cundey, cinematographer, or in Halloween 1. He was the cinematographer for the first Halloween, 1978. He was also the cinematographer for Back to the Future, 1985, and director of photography for Jurassic Park, 1993. That's a really cool piece of trivia. Now, this is kind of cool. I love, there's our buddy Brian doing the old Marty look at one of the cars. And then, of course, there's me, Brian, and Dublin down there. And here's one of the cool things that happened that night. The firemen lining up here. Who is this with, Luke?
That's Claudia Wells, who played Jennifer.
Yeah, and here's a little bit closer shot of her. And she did come in, and she came in and she talked to everybody that was there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wait a second. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to show some of the videos that we took that night, because this is some of the coolest stuff. And I'm trying to put our logo back up. There we go. All right. So we are doing this kind of on the fly in the middle of the night, but we wanted to get this out before we forgot about it, because it was just so cool. So Cheeseman, I'm going to share a couple of these videos if you want to help us. Movies, go here and here. Here we go. We'll do a little bit of walking around here. For those of you who are just listening, we're just kind of taking a walk through some of the cars here. It's so many people, so many different DeLoreans.
Yeah, that's it. It's like
Luke, it was kind of cool to see all the different designs and different variations of the DeLoreans as well, don't you think?
Chris, both of
Yeah,
them.
we saw a lot of kind of more of the factory model all the way up to kind of the most detailed of part 1 and part 2. And then, different lighting, a lot of people at the flux capacitor and time circuits and all that. So whole range of details, but a lot of DeLoreans, probably the largest DeLorean meetup I've ever seen.
I know. How many DeLoreans do you think were in that parking lot? Would you say
20, I would guess?
Oh my gosh, so many. All right, we're going to go to this next. We're going to show you a couple of the walk-arounds of the parking lot. This is one of the Doc Brown actors. He's not an actor. One of the guys dressed up like Doc Brown. Look at it, there's Einstein.
This one had like a dog beside it to do kind of the Einstein's thing. They had a flux capacitor, but
I thought it was cool.
One of the better layouts, and that they had the time circuits and everything. So a lot of detail to this vehicle.
Oh, I love it. Love it. All right. I'm going to this one right here. Oh, okay. You were talking about the cake, Uncle Joey. He did. Can we do that one more time? I just
He kept doing the laugh over and over again to like everybody walking by.
Oh, that guy was great. That guy was great. We got a few. Sorry, we got a couple more videos here. Let me do this one here. Oh, this is a cool one. Look at what's so unique about this car.
This one actually has the hook on it that they did at the end of the movie that caught the lightning bolt. And I think it might be one of the rental ones where people can rent it because the detail on it's just really good.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
Although I doubt you can drive around with the hook on like that.
Yeah.
Far.
Cool. All right. And next we have, oh, this one's funny.
Happy anniversary. Take 10 texts of this. Happy 40th anniversary, Back to the Future. Got it.
1, 2, 3.
Happy 40th anniversary, Back to the Future. Great Scott, it's a paradox.
Perfect, you got it.
There's 2 Doc Browns and then 2 Martys in the yellow suits.
I like that.
Clicked in now that you. But of course, I knew it was your car, but I thought you were.
This is a close up inside one of the cars. It's showing just the detail that goes into it. Oh wait, there's the autograph. Wait,
It looks like it's signed by somebody.
that is. Wait, let's do that one again. Sorry. Let me do that again.
I just clicked in now that you. But of course, I knew it was your car, but I thought you were like just hanging out. This is amazing.
We're gonna have to zoom in on that one and figure out who that was
It's a
signed
signature,
by.
so it's a little hard to read.
Yeah, it's got a significant signature on the inside of it. Now, this next one you're gonna have to explain to me because you and Brian went over and got this one.
You say not the mama?
Not the mama.
Yes.
So there's a guy who has a TikTok channel, I think, where he does the Elmo voice, goes around talking to people. And this Elmo particularly is dressed up like Marty in Back to the Future, has a light.
What are you going to be for Halloween? What are you going to be? Dandy? With the sharp teeth? Oh, he scares me. Oh, Dandy scares me.
He does that voice really well.
Yeah.
And what's this?
Here comes. Night train that took my baby so far away.
Oh,
Night train.
it's from the Under the Sea dance.
Yep. Which actually is the words to it. He was talking about how we don't really hear the words to it. You hear more the instrumental. So he's actually singing the lyrics.
Oh, that's cool.
My mother said,
So this guy's out there.
if I ever did abuse, I should have listened.
And he had just started playing when we were leaving, so I'm sure he played till probably like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. All right. The actor who played Mayor Goldie. All right. So what was cool is they did have autograph sessions that night, which I wasn't expecting actors from the film to show up, but I guess it's kind of it's a cool treat for everybody that night. Here's another video right here. I'm not really sure what this one is. Let's see. Did we already see this one? No. This is kind of a walkthrough to give you a good idea of like a lot of the cars, a lot of the crowd, what was going on. This is kind of more of a pretty good lengthy walkthrough of the night. All right, let me see. Donald Fulilove. That's Goldie Wilson. Donald Fulilove played
Full I Love.
Full I Love.
I don't know how you pronounce it, but it looks like Full I Love.
Yeah. And then Claudia Wells is Jennifer Parker. Yeah, this car, like the car we're looking at right now, was very aluminum, like Mr. Fusion on the back. That's where you can put the banana peels in there. When he got 1955, 1985, October 21st. And we did just pass October 21st, Back to the Future Day, which is one of the reasons why we kind of went out to this fan event. It's kind of cool. All right.
Do you think it's always on a Friday? Maybe that's why the date kind of slightly changes.
I think so, yeah, because if they were to have it on, the 21st, and it's on Thursday night, they're not going to have tons of people show up. Okay, we're going to go to our next video. Here we go. So this is like our cover car here. I love it. But the skateboard right there. This guy had lighting effects on the bottom of his car. Makes for a great shot.
That's the Back to the Future car show. It's kind of the highlight of the event.
Yeah. It was cool seeing all the Doc Browns and whatnot. A couple more videos to show from the night. Oh, sorry. Okay. That's cool. Here's another one. This is that's
I almost rocked Marty.
cool. That's where you got the bip on the inside there. It's kind of cool. Okay. Got a couple more videos here. They had this cool little remote car zooming around.
I should have brought mine. I have a car. Smaller
Wait.
than that.
What, do you have one of these cars?
Yeah. Not as big as those, but like a smaller one.
That's cool.
Like the one in the background.
Wait a second. I think we have a better shot of that car. Is this it right here? Yeah. Or that's a different car. It's kind of cool.
And they have the NECA figures on there, is what they use, the actual Marty and Doc figures. One is
That
on
front
like
one, isn't that like a Tesla truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, this is cool.
Hi, everybody.
Claudia Wells. Showed up with all the firemen ready to go. I loved it. She was so nice. She's so nice. It was so great seeing her there. And then everybody was just loving on. Two actors there.
November 5th is coming up. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I'm voting for you. Cody Wilson.
Yeah, re-elect Marty.
So this is the actor who played Goldie, Donald full of love, encouraging everybody to get out and vote. Here's terrific civic duty.
I know, right? Yeah. Wilson.
Yeah. That was fun watching that happen. And then I think this is it. This is our last video of the night. Yeah, the actor's getting ready to set up for the night.
I need all of you guys to back up. Please back up.
There's that. I tell you what, Cheeseman, that was a fun night. It was an unexpected night. What's your general assessment?
Well, I gotta say that the actors of Back to the Future, a lot of them aged better than what they predicted. So when you see Margoli Wilson and see him now, I'm like, wow, he looks a lot younger than what they projected to look like when he was actually.
I know he looks great.
Yeah.
So does Claudia. Claudia looks great as well.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a big gathering. It was a brilliant like little car show, especially, and just seeing some of the fans. Nice to see kind of where things would have went as the night went, but just didn't have a lot of time to stick around. But they were showing Back to the Future 2 projected on one of the walls there.
Wait,
as well.
I think I have a picture of that, but let me see. I did. Let me see if I can find
cool
it.
That the actors showed up. And Canes is open till 3:30 a.m. in that area. So if people wanted to hit up Canes, which I'm sure they got a good crowd maybe later on.
Here's the picture. Here's one of the walls there. They were showing Back to the Future. Oh, that is part 2, isn't it?
Yep, that's where he gets fired.
They were showing it on the wall there. It's kind of cool. Everybody just kind of comes out and celebrates everything of the night. But I honestly, the big takeaway for me was how great it was for people to find just a cool way to celebrate their fandom. You don't have to go to a Comic-Con always to celebrate your fandom. This was in the middle of a parking lot, out in the City of Industry in a mall where they filmed one of the scenes. I just think it's great. I think there's a Burger King in Burbank. Sometimes you can go visit where Marty. Which scene was it that was filmed there?
It's the opening when he left. When he goes, I'm late for school, and then he pulls out of Doc's little shop, and then he's right there by the Burger King.
We should do, what we should do, Cheeseman? Like I know it's been done before. We should take a con guy tour of the shooting shots from Back to the Future, like the Gamble House out in Pasadena, which is Doc's house back in 1955. It's amazing. It's an amazing spot. I've spent a 4th of July there. It's a really cool old historic house. The house where the street where McFly got hit by the car, or where Marty got hit by the car because McFly was a peeping Tom. There's
from Pasadena. There's a lot of areas in Pasadena, Sun Valley, of course, Universal Studios lot, which when you do the back tour, you get to see some of that. But a lot of stuff.
There's also the church there right there out by the Hollywood Bowl where they filmed in the basement where they filmed the Under the Sea dance, which is a very cool spot. Anyways, so we are in the middle of the night. We have this. We are excited about Back to the Future. I know we might seem a little bit low energy, but this is Back to the Future week. October 21st was just this past week, which means that every night this week has been another Halloween party, another Halloween event. Tonight's probably one of our only nights off, but as screenwriters, we hosted a screenwriting group tonight. You guys don't need to know about all of our travails and problems and stupid first world problems, but here's the deal. Back to the Futures 1, 2, and 3. Robert Zemeckis says over his dead body, will they ever continue the series? I think he's right. I think they are the first one is a perfect film. I personally love the third one and then the second one. I know many people will fight me to the death to say the second one's better than the third one, but whatever. We like this trilogy.
Second.
What any closing remarks, Cheeseman, before we sign off for the night?
Back to the Future still rolling behind me, so it's been a good show.
Look at there. Look at Cheeseman. Back to the Future in the background, the electric guitar back there behind him, and look at right behind his head. Look at that. That's a cool piece of artwork. There's the car right there. Cheeseman is, look at his shirt, Twin Pines Mall. I tell you what, Cheeseman is a true fan of Back to the Future. Would you say it's like your top 1 or 2 films? It's in your top 3, I know.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2. First one, came out exactly 10 years prior to this, right? Or was it the one that came out a few years later?
Wait, what? The
What are your
first
top three
movie is
films?
my second favorite movie, and Jaws is my first favorite.
Jaws is number 1, Back to the Future number 2, and then I think Jurassic Park was number 3, right?
I need to rethink that, but maybe E.T. or something.
I know. You had a picture from of an ET something in here for the night. It was in the back of one of the trucks. Anyways, guys, I just want to here. Let's yeah, there we go. Just wanted to thank you again for watching the Con Guy. We just recently finished up our interview with the LA Comic Con, the CEO of LA Comic Con, where we got more Con Guy stuff coming at you. If you can check out, go over to Scare Guy too. We're gonna do a roundup of all the Halloween fun we've had this year, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for paying attention to the weird ramblings that we sometimes have, because we are in the middle of the night. It's after 2:00 in the morning here, our time. So it's kind of hard to think about what else to say. But other than thank you, and always remember, Back to the Future. What was it? What's the catchphrase, Luke?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Where we're going, we don't need roads. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Make sure you check us out here on theconguy.com. You can catch me at James D. Fry on Instagram, or Jim Fry LA on Twitter X. Cheeseman, where can folks find you?
You find me at Cheese on Couch at Instagram and on X, and on theconguy.com.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching The Con Guy, the official program of theconguy.com. Find us on the Weeby Geeks Collective or anywhere you listen to podcasts.